Hey, and welcome back to more Division 2 League action. Let's go. Saksdal versus Xein. I already can talk. Xein64. Now I'm here with Shantastic. Switch up the commentators. How are you doing, sir?
Hey D, how's it going? Pleasure to be back in the booth with you, and I am super excited. Got some awesome matches coming up today.
Hell yeah, dude. And there we go. Already updated the standings once again. I would see Blue Bob actually in first, taking over Momo. Just grabbing a few more points there. Oh, it's so sick. I love this. Already seeing this. It's gonna be a lot more exciting once a lot more league races have happened. So gonna be sick to see who's gonna be first after like a few weeks.
For sure. Really digging the new layout for season 2. It looks like we are getting underway. Kind of that sick reminiscent of the pace competitions where we had cams on the runners. We were able to see their reactions. Definitely, I love the way we are ramping up the production here at GSA, and a whole nother dimension to being able to like really engage with how these runners are competing.
Exactly, dude. I 100% agree. At this point, big shout outs to Limcube for these amazing layouts. Like, he's done such a good job for season 2 once again. Good stuff.
Indeed. It looks like the runners are synced up in their intros. No one taking an unfair advantage here.
Gonna see those hot Xein reactions as he's playing.
Indeed, the German boss.
Let's see. First trick coming up.
Yeah, commentators actually. Looks like both players nailing that Lockety skip. It looks like kind of setting up a bit of a competition between commentators as well. Got this little U.S. versus Germany theme going on.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm not gonna be biased, but let's go, Xein.
Yeah, I'm totally not gonna be biased, but hey, thanks for the follow, saksdal.
Wait, is it actually Xein? Oh, I think, I'm sorry. I can't pronounce names, I guess, but I'll go with Xein then. A nice bump from both as well.
Pretty clean from both players. Looks like Xein taking a bit of a lead there.
And again, grabbing that slide first, 1 second faster than going to Wumps first. Always good together for that in a race. I mean, free 1 second.
For sure.
I'm calling a double 0.7, maybe?
Yeah, I'm gonna say 7-6.
Ooh, that's not gonna be a 6 from
yeah,
Xein.
for sure. 13-1 and a 13-0.
The double 13s. Didn't expect that at all.
Looks like commentators operating at a slightly higher speed than the runners. It is easier to play faster in your brain than it is with your hands, so can't really blame them.
It is also a lot easier to watch someone play as when you're actually playing. I think people sometimes underestimate that. That looks easy, but it really isn't.
Indeed, like whenever I'm watching like a top runner, someone with a low 48 or 47, I'm always like, wait, do you guys have the game on like 1.25x or something? Because I swear to God, like I'm getting dustless rollouts and dives, and it's just nothing's actually going that fast for me. But it looks like both players getting their cannonless and owlless respectively.
Ooh, and the sync. They're around the same speed, so it might actually be synced up right now. Ooh, the single jump into the tree from Xein.
Yeah, they are working on different stars, so it is a fake sync. Totally fake.
100% fake. Oh, and that is Xein.
Yeah.
Not Xein. Saksdal slightly in the lead.
For sure.
It's still super close. Maybe we're gonna see some mistakes now because 100 coins can be super tricky.
Ooh, Xein going for free cycle.
Don't say that every day. You gotta say that.
Yeah, typically you'll see people go for like the easier pro cycle, or I guess intermediate, where you just skip the rows of 5 coins and you just go for them at the end of the run. And every now and then you'll see runners just decide to go absolute pro mode. But yeah, it looks like Xein picking up this half cycle here.
But then again, Zach said,
Oh, no!
I mean, the blue coin, what was that? He
Oh.
wasn't even close to it and also slides down, oh no.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably like bottom 20% RNG there. Obviously, it's worse if it falls off.
Yeah, exactly. It misses the whole cycle.
Yeah,
Just to
for
wait
sure.
here. You don't want to wait when speedrunning. You already know it's kind of bad. Yeah, there's nothing you can really do because you have to grab that red coin for this route.
Interesting choice to get the extra blue from the piranha plant.
Oh yeah, I think he actually had to because he didn't have enough coins, right? Because he missed the blue on the other one. Yeah.
Oh right, he missed the blue, right.
He had to get that one. Had to make sure to have enough coins right here.
Yeah, interesting. I've actually, I'm sure other runners do this, but I've actually done a, kind of what my route is that I don't even go for that half cycle, and instead I just get the extra coins on that middle platform, right above the blue coin switch. And then that way, if I make mistakes, typically speaking, like, if I make no mistakes, I don't really lose all that much time to, like, if I were to skip those coins. But if I make any mistakes, I don't have to, like, back anything up because I just ultimately have the extra coins. But I guess if you're confidently going for that half cycle, it obviously makes sense to do it.
Yeah, for sure. That's always good. I like to do it as well when I'm sure I'm not grabbing the cycle. I also grab some backup coins so I can skip some at the end.
Yeah, for sure. Especially because that half cycle, it does seem fairly tight. So if you make like a minor mistake there, you still have plenty of time before you make the full cycle, and you definitely have the time to pick up this backup.
For sure. And then also some people going for the 5 coins on the beginning makes it even harder to grab the cycle. Like, there's really no room for errors at all.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, that ground pound at the end from Xein. It's like pretty perfect ground pound. As the one was falling down.
Yeah, Xein having a pretty good run, so is saksdal so far, and Womps going fairly cleanly for them, aside from that that shaky 100.
I might call a 6:45 clean as well. That's actually a really good race time for Womps.
Yeah, that's incredible, actually.
It's like 10 seconds behind, like perfect. Yeah, 6:35 should be around perfect.
Yeah,
so
6:30.
that's super good. As Womps is one of the hardest stages to get through. That's pretty nice.
Xein finishing between commentator golds. So overall, not a bad Womps. But Xein actually having a reasonable run, but getting absolutely exposed in chat. Definitely some scandal going down. A little bit of vandalism being accused of him. Certainly, GSA gonna have to look into whether we can really allow unconvicted criminals to be competing, but certainly gonna be an investigation. Xein meanwhile having another 13.1.
Ooh, drawing all these 13s. I didn't see what saksdal got, but yeah, I was just reading this story. Pretty much, Xein broke 2 bottles. That's what that's what Shantastic just said.
Yeah, indeed. We kind of live the thug life up here. Definitely like to live dangerously, sometimes on the wrong side of the law, us Super Mario 64 speedrunner.
Wait, what saksdal doing? What? He went for Worms, alright. He was a little bit of muscle memory maybe. After wing cap, going for Worms.
Looks like saksdal got a 12.9.
On that slide. That's not too bad. Better than the 13 he grabbed before.
Yeah, definitely
112.
a consummate improvement. Saving nearly a frame over his opponent.
It's not to be underestimated.
For sure.
Might be the game decider at the end. Ooh, saksdal moving along very nicely.
Yeah, clean shaking him in here.
Seems pretty much like a free shake. I feel like the beginning, after you get the beginning down, it's like you can enter auto mode and don't have to worry about anything anymore.
Yeah, for sure.
Except for that dive, that was a little bit sketchy. But he's good.
Oh man, I always get really nervous when I see players do a single jump on Shake. But that's because I just do the super safe long jump.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking about what you mean, but yeah, after the 6
on the
round
rotating
lane,
platforms, yeah.
I know what you mean, but for me personally, I think I'm pretty used to it, but it can end very wrong, and sometimes you have to kick, and which can also result in a dive as well if you have too much speed. I see what you mean. It can be pretty scary.
I should preface this with all of the 3 people involved in the video that you're seeing are like way better than I am at Super Mario 64, so the things that make me nervous don't make other people nervous.
Might be worth to mention that.
And it looks like saksdal finishing just a little bit ahead.
10:03, dude. That's a pretty good Dark World time.
Yeah, very, very solid Dark World time.
Might have been close to a sub 10 if he didn't went for worms there. Actually lost like what, maybe 2 seconds, I think, or 1 to 2 seconds. Well, but now grabbing that sky jump star.
Xein a little bit confused. Probably, yeah, I don't know. Probably watching, probably has Mario playing on two different monitors and is just double checking in case the vision's better on one. Clearly, a bit of a look of confusion. Maybe just trying to remember exactly where in the run he is.
Gotta make sure to know where you actually have to look mid-race.
Yeah, I think Xein's talents include speed kicking and generally just playing this game at a bomb speed, but might struggle a little bit with the memory portion. Just based on the facial interactions, definitely the facial reactions, giving us a bit of a look into the psychology of the runners.
Yeah, I know what you mean. They're still looking very focused right now.
saksdal really clearly not letting anything face him. I honestly haven't seen a single change in his expression since the run started. So okay, but saksdal actually having a bit of a struggle here with wall kicks will work. Wall kicks not quite working so well for him, but 1 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah, let's see if. Oh, Xein actually going for the low wall kick. Also going for the single jumps. Okay, but unfortunately not making those wall kicks work as well. Again, the second time.
Very interesting. Yeah, Xein actually not at all phased by the wall kicks will work mistake. Clearly was a lot more confused by the action of picking up the Bowser key. Very interesting because one of those actions is a staple of the run, and wall kicks will work. Mistakes certainly aren't one of those.
For sure.
Yeah, saksdal meanwhile, absolute zero confusion over any of the CCM going on.
Just gonna keep on going. Gonna keep up the flow. It's been going pretty well for him, to be honest. There wasn't any big mistakes.
Yeah, very impressive from saksdal, not grabbing that tree while picking up that red coin. Commentator thinking that is a common. Oh right, I forgot saksdal actually does this movement. Oh no, misses.
Wait, what does he? Okay, I was confused if he was gonna just skip that one, but he was. Okay, that's interesting movement from saksdal.
A little bit of ZFG NA aim coming down in chat.
He actually he has so many coins to spare. Honestly, that would be too much for me. Like, you have to miss a few at least, so you don't spawn the star too high up at the end.
Oh yeah, this happened to me where I didn't miss any coins in the slide and I entered with it. Oh right, because
that's what he does. Okay.
Yeah, so saksdal does this shortcut here, and that's why he gets the extra coin.
Yeah, dude, I completely forgot about that.
I once entered the slide with 31 coins, and I didn't miss any coins, which Xein going for it too?
Yeah, no, we missed Xein completely falling down, and now has to grab extra coins because he didn't get any in the beginning. He only grabbed the red coin in the beginning.
Wow, absolutely shame on Xein for interrupting my very interesting CCM story, but I guess we'll see what he chooses to do here. Does go for that extra coin here. so is going to up his safety number. Definitely sometimes a safe thing to do. He can miss 3 coins here.
At least he was ready to get a lot of backup coins, so now he has enough to actually make this work.
Yeah, for sure. And 3 is a very easy number to miss, even if you don't miss anything. And yep, Xein made the first coin that you're probably gonna miss is that jump, and he makes the second coin. So, gonna be going for 3 misses here at the end stretch. Oh, very nice little move there.
Saksdal actually went for the penguin trick, but unfortunately didn't get the Z drop at the end. You can actually skip the Mario putting down the penguin animation by just dropping the penguin by pressing Z. Yeah, unfortunately, didn't get that to work.
How Xein gets booped to like the just about the edge. There is a little bit of a gimmick there that sometimes the penguin will just get there a little bit later, and so when you time your long jump, sometimes you're just gonna get bopped off the edge, and so it is important to account for that.
And now into BBH. See how this goes. Again, I think this is a pretty easy stage. Just 2 quick stars. I'm still waiting for the BBH skip, honestly. But whenever that's gonna happen or be possible, that's actually faster to skip these 2 stars.
What would you do? Like?
Yeah, I have no idea. Maybe one day someone will figure it out.
Yeah. So is it slower to do HNC early and then like SL Reds or something?
Yeah, you could. I think the problem is that the second star is so fast. Like, you could probably find a decent one for the King Boo star, but this one is so much faster than everything else you do in 70 star. It's like 12 seconds compared to everything else that's most like over 20 seconds. Or even 30 seconds, so might not ever be possible. Like, THI Reds is way too long compared to that star.
Xein taking a noggin bomb.
Another one. Alright.
Yeah, getting bopped in the keeps hitting his head against hard surfaces. Gonna need to sort that, get that into check.
Let's see. Not going for the long arm start here. Just gonna punish the Boo.
And Xein gonna kick up here and pick up that thingamy. Saksdal performing a little bit of animal abuse here.
Just a little bit. Gonna get let go of the rabbit once again. Right afterwards.
Ooh, and oh goodness. Ooh, this is supposed to be a family-friendly game, but the rabbit getting revenge and stabbing one of its ears right up Mario's chin. Very gory.
The bomb as well.
Oh my God save there.
That's so scary. How did he not panic, dude?
Just an absolute god move from Saksdal.
Yeah, he's already made it, and that trick is not easy. Xein has to make it up as well. Just get it first try, and let's just see.
Yeah.
I can't believe the control Saksdal had on that bomb. That's actually insane.
Yeah, pretty nutty.
Xein also grabbing the big bomb. No issues here though.
Wow, and Saksdal once again getting absolutely impaled by the vulture. Xein picking up that pillows. And yeah, very interesting. Some clearly tense handling of explosives. Really surprising that this game has an E rating from. Oh my God, Xein forgetting.
Xein, really go for it. Yeah, he did. Okay.
Xein forgetting. Xein64 clearly used to having to back up pillarless twice and then finishing pillarless last in every run.
What an assumption. Maybe that's actually the reason why he went for the
Yeah, commentator with a sum of best that's less than both of these runners' PBs is talking a little smack. Certainly not in any position to be doing so, but definitely digging his own grave.
Yeah, no, I hope that Xein's gonna be fine afterwards, as he sees this. No hate inducing, that's not allowed here, so you might be fine.
And meanwhile, saksdal is just playing through Lethal Lava Land, making up for kind of the reputation that he got earlier in CCM. Oh my goodness! Tried to go for the super fight. Just as I said that, saksdal once again featuring the fact that he's a North American player, showing that aim coming out. Any members of our Counter-Strike community will be familiar with just the struggle that that American players tend to have with hitting things that they're trying to hit.
I'm not too familiar with that. I gotta say, I gotta be honest there. Man. Also, what I was gonna mention that Xein actually going for the second volcano stuff first. It's a weird judgment. Okay, the pro boost.
Oh my gosh!
Into hitting his head though.
Yeah, gonna have to pick up this coin and back it up the elevator. But didn't saksdal already do elevator?
No, that was Xein.
Oh, that was Xein.
And now Xein doesn't have enough health. Is he just gonna grab these coins and then try it? Yeah. Oh, and saksdal actually taking a fall as well. Dies.
Oh my god.
His head and falls into the flames. saksdal really has it with like hitting his head everywhere. And again, doesn't make it second try as well. I think Xein is super close to actually taking the lead now.
Yeah, this is rough still. saksdal definitely gonna need to pick up this star here. Gonna do the super safe. Hop in a long jump.
Wow, dude. A lot of stuff happened to saksdal in the round already. And he still I wonder if he's gonna stick to doing that kind of lava boost, or if he's gonna get try an easier strat instead.
Yeah, who knows, but this is definitely one of the more awkward. Yeah, looks like he's gonna go for a boost again. Gonna get it.
This time.
No!
Okay. Almost, dude. So close to actually getting pushed off again.
Oh my goodness, but it's just like, oh no, and then saksdal's like, yes. That is some Monka right there. Meanwhile, bullying some bullies. Overall, the bully hunting is going pretty well. Very interesting.
Interesting run pound above the lava. Not even hitting the bully.
Interesting choice from saksdal.
Dude, he got the moves though. He's trying to hit all these hard strats. I mean, they're not working out, but he's trying.
Yeah, honestly, at first I thought that saksdal was trying to long jump and wound up like basically going off the edge, and so that's why he ground pounded, because he long jumped too late. But
yeah, dude. Let's see, he's gonna let up for this one. It seems like.
Yeah.
It looks like, I think, yeah, Xein did take the lead in Lethal Lava Land. Wow. After everything that happened, I mean, not much of a surprise. But it's not by that much either. It's super close, like 4 or 5 seconds.
Yeah, because saksdal's lead was only about 15-20 seconds. So the deaths were pretty bad, for sure. Xein with some stylish movement here.
That does lose time. I don't know if I let you see that.
I would say that swag strats are obligatory, in my opinion. I think that you have a moral obligation when you're in the league to be swagging on your opponent. It's important. It's part of the mentality game, and a huge part of that. And it's a great thing that we have webcams for both of these players, even though the lighting, is a little bit
rough on saksdal's end.
It looks like saksdal got the Game of Thrones guy to manage lighting on his webcam.
Dude, you're shooting shots everywhere today.
And but yeah, Xein definitely playing the mentality game on his opponent, dabbing on the haters.
Still super close. I mean, swimming, usually you don't lose that much time during swimming, but you can catch up as well. It's like a solid second if you swim like perfectly.
Yeah. Commentator providing some very
Very good knowledge about the game.
to supplement a top 70 runners clear mastery of the understanding of 70 star.
Maybe a little bit. I wouldn't say I'm that good in this game, honestly, but yeah.
No, for sure.
Both going for the back sub here. I was thinking maybe saksdal was gonna go for a front sub. Ooh, Xein not getting that side flip though. Not too bad. Made it work.
Yeah, indeed. I would definitely agree that the 17 seconds, or I guess whatever it is between D whatever's PB and the world record is certainly comparable to the 15 minutes between mine and yours.
Not too bad. What pace? Is the pace there? Around like still a 50? We're gonna see after Fire for sure.
Oh no, he misses the ring!
Can he get?
Yeah, Xein needs to slow down.
No. That doesn't work. These hitboxes are so wanky. Let's see if you can.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Dude,
this is a really weird star because 100% of the time, if I make a mistake on this star, I'm losing way less time than any of these runners, simply because like these guys are not used to missing these rings. This is the most punishing, weirdest timings. So it's like when you're more used to actually making mistakes, you kind of know exactly what adjustments to make.
I think that goes a lot if you race it a lot. Like, it just helps you knowing where you mess up a lot and stuff like that. But yeah, even I don't know, even if you know these hitboxes is still, it seems pretty hard to me to back it up. But I'm not the guy to mess up too much. I didn't jinx myself now. But
so yeah, just
big time loss.
Yeah, a bit of a time loss there. Since it was asked in chat, I will clarify because I want to be transparent. The commentary here is live. These matches were played at an earlier date, but the commentary is absolutely live. We're seeing these, reacting to these for the first time. None of us have seen these before.
Yeah. As Xein falls down, not making the early Ellie's work, unfortunately. But it seems like they're still around a really high 49 pace actually. If you go from like a world record pace run, which would be a low 25, and that's around like a mid 47. So for these guys, I would say they're around on a 50 pace. To answer the question, what pace they're on? Yeah, 50, 51.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Considering what happened, it's not bad whatsoever.
Yeah, to be honest, like based on the 70 play I've seen in Division 1 and 2, and even in finals and semifinals at like the top level of racing play, of marathon play, I would say that 50 pace is never ever like a count me out sort of pace, especially once you get to Fire Sea. I don't think I've really seen any run. Oh no, Xein missing this throw. But not like the worst kind of miss throw. But
tried to go for the one spin actually. I didn't catch that at first, but yeah, just saw it again. But yeah, that's true. I completely agree. A 50 is still a good race time. Like, a lot of stuff can happen as well. Like, tippy is something where stuff goes wrong. And if you grab a 50 at the end, that's a super solid race time, no matter what division you're in. I agree 100%.
Yeah, for sure. 50 is always respectable, in my honest opinion. I think that, interestingly, at least as an observer, generally, I have found that paces tend to be better in 120-star marathons in their resets, at least compared to like your PB or compared to like the top run. Oh my god, saksdal.
Down.
Oh, gonna have to retake this. Ooh, my goodness. Again, we're seeing an example of that NA aim coming out. Certainly oh my god, I'm not able to make that.
Hey, really, I think saksdal really likes to interrupt your stories today. Like, no matter what you're talking about, saksdal is there to do a mistake.
I mean, it's kind of like watching myself run this start, to be perfectly honest.
Oh my god, dude, this is so scary. Are the coins still on top? Because the coins cause massive lag.
Oh
but I think he's fine.
Yeah, it looks like he got onto the platform before the coins entered the frame, and they disappeared by the time he took it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is kind of rough.
Xein should be really close to saksdal again. No, but yeah, they're doing a slightly different starter, and saksdal again trying to go for super pro starts, punching the wall of anger by not making that.
Yeah, a little bit of rage coming out. Certainly hard to control your temper when playing 70 star. It is a very punishing, as I was saying before, the amount of time you lose in 70 star is comparable to even longer form runs like 120. So like the time gets worse and worse and worse in comparison, if that makes sense. Like a 50 in comparison to a 47 seems a lot worse than like a 142 in comparison to a 139. But it's about just as easy to lose that much time in both runs.
100%
At least that's what it
agree.
seems like.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, sorry. I was just saying. At least that's what it seems like. I could be totally wrong on that, but I'm glad to have the seal of approval from D.
Nah, yeah, I agree. It is a lot easier to lose, like, especially I feel like the big mistakes always happen at around the same places. So like Tippy is where most runners lose like minutes sometimes, or even seconds, like up to 30 seconds after one death, for example. So that happens so easily in both categories. Like no one is safe. So that's still like. I would agree that exactly the time and difference might seem bigger than it actually is.
Yeah, I feel like you'll see the same like long form category runners super consistent. saksdal actually missing a yellow coin off the bat, which means can't miss another coin later on. Otherwise, we'll have to get the backup dog. It seems like you'll see getting amped. saksdal really
that amp is actually the worst.
No, missing the coin.
Misses
oh,
the
that is
coin.
so bad.
But yeah, as I was saying, missing that amp, you can't do anything about it because you don't see where it is. You're just gonna have to take it if it's at that spot. And the positioning is RNG. Oh, doesn't grab that many coins. He's still good though. There's a 3-coin box at the end. Just has to grab every single one of these. Alright. Should be fine now. Ooh, and this game just got a whole lot closer in my drywall. Again.
For sure.
After what happened in DDD, I didn't think that Xein would come back that fast. But he's in the lead just by a couple of seconds, dude.
Yeah, chat kind of, especially the staff and some of our most prominent competitors are talking about just how difficult it is to get what would be considered a good time for a run. It's way more difficult to get such times for races, just because of how marathons work and how different they are between 70 star and other categories.
It's just like when you try to hit everything first try, it is a lot easier if you can just reset over your mistakes, you know, and then try again.
Sure.
But in a race, you have to take the mistakes and still try to play your best afterwards.
Yeah, that's another factor, I think. I think you're much more likely to see finished runs of similar quality in 120, so we consider those to be like less quote-unquote bad in races. Or not races, but in runs. So it's like you're less likely to see a 47 runner get a 50 in 70 than you are to see a 139 runner get a 142 in 120, because we kind of commit to those runs the later they get, because like resetting kind of feels crummy when you're like an hour into a run, right?
Exactly, yeah. And it's always always the case, like how your flow is. If you start out pretty well, it's kind of, in my opinion, easy to keep on going, playing well until you mess up. Like flow is a thing in this, especially for races. And once you mess up, it kind of falls apart. But if you're good at it, you can just get back on track right away.
True. Xein doing a little bit of gardening here. Looks like saksdal doing the same, but an interesting route coming out from saksdal.
Yeah, he's one of the only people I think that actually do this clockwise, counterclockwise.
Yeah, for sure. saksdal has a lot of really interesting routes. Unfortunately, some of the previous ones have not been paying off this run, but it's really cool to see him really nail the unorthodox, kind of the maverick routes that he does.
And if he does get consistent at them as well, he's gonna be a very terrifying Division 2 runner to actually race against. If he's gonna nail these tricks like next time, he would be so far ahead if he just didn't make a few tiny mistakes on Lava Boost, for example. Would have been still ahead.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like Xein actually going for the longer, just running on the log, doing intended stretch here. That is a far out camera. Oh my goodness, Lucky 2 actually.
Oh my god, Saksdal caught up so much by all of that. What Xein messed up. Sorry to interrupt you, but yeah, that was insane. Saksdal was playing so well on that star.
Yeah, was that a log kick, I assume? Because that seems to be the only way you can catch up.
And also the ending where Xein had to do the side flip into the star, whereas Saksdal got the long jump wall kicks instead.
Yeah, for sure. And Saksdal this time actually going for the wall kick. And once again, wow, that Lakitu camera going so far out. Lakitu actually filming Mario footage from the Korea server. Just incredible. Just the level of establishment shot. Just absolute masterful cinematography from everyone's favorite cameraman.
And not only that, this race just it keeps being so insane because they're going for the same star order as well.
Yeah, for sure. They're
actually doing the same. Oh, never mind.
Oh, no,
I got baited by Saksdal having that camera.
Yeah, Saksdal actually. I'm not a fan. Oh my gosh!
Got the reactions too.
Just combined with how much Saksdal has been interrupting us by making interesting things happen on screen, and then just straight up contradicting whatever it is that he keeps saying. I'm not a fan of the way Saksdal seems to like just undermining the commentators here. Very disrespectful, honestly, in my opinion.
100% agree. You can't really talk about anything, and the second you do, Saksdal is just gonna do anything crazy. Like, it was like, I was 100% sure he was gonna roll out and actually die, but he was holding back so early, like he was kind of ready for it.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely doesn't actually help the help GSA's attempt to fix our image of the perception that we're operating on a script when these pre-recorded games have the players pretty much co-opting us at every single turn.
The script, dude. The script is real.
Just like to state a disclaimer that the script is not real, and I am actually legally obligated not to discuss the matter any further.
Back to the race.
Indeed.
I was actually just reading in before D2 becomes more hyped than D1. Honestly, dude, you cannot underestimate D2. I was already super hyped to watch D2 matches last season, and they're just as exciting. Like, there's so much going on. I don't know if it's like maybe they're a little bit slightly like more inconsistent, and that's why so much is going on. As Xein not able to get this snowman star, Saksdal catching up again. Like, because of the slight more inconsistency that more insane races happen. More lead changes.
So I have been very particular on this point, and I've gotten a lot of like high level but like not top level runners, and I wanted to get your take on this. This is going to be my like hot take. Pressing A is the hardest part of this game. Period. Don't add it.
Pressing A? I think pressing B is also, in some occasions, even harder, but it depends on the situation.
Very interesting.
It's hard, yeah. I mean, you do press A a lot as well. You gotta take that into consideration, right? You press A
it's
a lot more.
Your chances of making a mistake may be lower, but in terms of like per A press, you're less likely to make a mistake. But you press A so much more that like you're gonna make more mistakes per run.
Yeah, I think I know, and I think I agree. It is very hard to press A, but there are some things where I feel like getting the right angle is just as hard, and sometimes the control stick feels slippery when in fact it doesn't for some reason. I don't know how to explain that. It's just something I've been noticing myself when playing. It's hard to get the right feeling going for the left hand. I don't know.
Interesting.
Angles are just as hard, I feel like, to get down sometimes.
Well, as a as a 102 runner, I'll have to quite frankly say that I'm not sure what exactly angles are, but I look forward to finding out and certainly continuing my training once I do.
I'm glad you're looking forward to your training.
Yeah, for sure. It's great to see that I have so much more to look forward to. Xein picking up this bunny once again. Ooh, the bunny actually... The bunny you can see... Oh no, saksdal!
Actually not being able to grab nips here. Oh, that's the wrong direction. He was too far to
At
the
least
right,
it's a pretty
making...
free backup grab. No, but he makes the mistake of...
He almost entered SSL as well. And again, oh my god, Saxa cannot go make nips the right way.
Oh goodness, this is so rough. And finally picks it up.
Making me lose my words, dude. I was
yeah.
too much.
So there's a couple things about this, right? So one of the... First off, it is absolutely devastating to miss this MIPS because it defeats the entire purpose of doing HMC late. The entire point of HMC late is that it saves over 1 second. Or not even, I don't think it even saves over 1 second. It saves literally 1 second over HMC early. You might as well have done like anything, like Toxic Maze or SL Reds or THI Reds. Pretty much all of those things are faster if you wind up missing MIPS.
Yeah, it is. I completely agree. I mean, it's easy to say that, but nowadays, I think it's way better to just be able to do Fire C and upstairs earlier. That's the more of the benefit. And now and now you're like so used to it that you don't really want to do HMC early anymore, even if the kind of risk of missing MIPS is there, you know?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I'm not saying that the risk of missing MIPS is like significant even. But it's just that, like, when you do miss MIPS, it's so devastating because you're kind of defeating the purpose of the wrap.
Definitely.
Yeah. And the second thing is that when he was going for the backup, trying to pick it up by the SSL, one of the things is when you miss MIPS going toward... oh no, saksdal!
Again, dude, you just can't explain anything. Saksdal not being able to get that wall kick. No speed at all. Meanwhile,
oh my goodness.
Showing how it's done.
Oh gosh, it's so rough.
It was pretty close. It was like 20 to 30 seconds in like difference, but now Saksdal just fell behind even more. This time gets it. That was a much better attempt at getting that triple jump.
That said, I've said it before and I will say it again. All runs must tippy. So no one is out of anything quite yet.
It's not safe yet, exactly.
There's still Locky 2 bounce. Swinging the breeze is far from safe. You can lose a lot of time on reds. And then TTC is its own animal. TTC is a run in and of itself. So, there's no safe part, except maybe like tricky triangles. Is like the only safe start.
Oh, you're meaning Rainbow right now, right?
In Tippy generally.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's 100% true. Rainbow right is just you can die anywhere. One misstep and you're dead, pretty much.
Yeah, for sure.
And then TTC just has hard movement. It's not as easy to die, but it's just hard movement in general.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like you have this one stage that can really get on your nerves where you consistently think, oh, I'm gonna die if I do anything wrong. And then the other one is just hard, plain up hard.
Yeah. TTC 100, like, ooh, saksdal getting some bad RNG.
Almost dying.
Oh my gosh.
Good thing he grabbed those few coins. He would have been dead. Squash.
Yeah. And one of the roughest parts is that because of the timing of the boulders, if you get bad RNG on the boulders, especially on the second boulder, if you get hit by the second boulder, you can't actually do the fast double jump timing. Or at least it's not necessarily worth it because, like, every time when you recover and you go for the double jump, you're going to get hit by another boulder. So you have to, like, make adjustments, and usually it's just better to just do the side.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, man. I mean, yeah, Saksdal wasn't sure from where the boulders were coming exactly. He was like kind of guessing they were going to the right, so he went to the left. It's just even after getting hit, he can't really tell what's gonna happen.
Ooh, Xein getting a weird angle here. Yeah, ooh.
Not gonna get that again. He already had to do like backup reds as well.
For sure.
Let's see if Saksdal can nail it. First try, like a bounce.
Okay, a little bit of scuff movement on the tricky triangles, but overall not missing the timing. saksdal getting a first try Locky 2 bounce, so going to be saving a hefty amount of time over his opponent.
Clean. That was super nice.
Double kicks to boot. No pun intended.
Also, super good pole grab as well. Didn't have to much knee on anything.
Yeah, Xein once again, like, gets that very interesting, like, gets pushed back a lot before that side flip, and that makes me very nervous, but looks like Xein pretty used to it. And Xein could be going for the ledge grab, though, so still
a little bit safer.
Yeah, safer. saksdal really doing his part to catch up.
So around like one Rainbow Red's behind, which is around like 30 seconds now, I would say. No, wait, actually it's 22. Rainbow Red takes 22 seconds itself. Yeah, grabbing the star and all that, around 30 seconds should be right then.
Rainbow Reds is a very... Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's still pretty close. Let's see if you can nail this. We had this in the race before as well. Both runners nailed this in Xein as well. Everyone seems to be able to do this backup, dude.
Yeah,
it's not an easy backup. I struggle with that backup
it's a
a lot.
Scary backup. Oh no! Don't die. Okay.
Good thing the bomb was not facing towards him. He would have pushed off.
For sure.
These guys are just not giving us any break to talk about anything ever.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that Rainbow Ride is so high up in the sky, because saksdal here memeing real close to the sun. And Xein going to be going here for DC 100.
Very solid start so far, which is one of the hardest parts of the star, actually. I think
sure.
the mid part isn't too bad if you got this triple jump down.
Oh, yeah, this triple jump.
Off, dude.
Oh my god.
Behind even more.
And he's still going for tricky triangles, right? So he's gonna have to do some long movement. Oh wait, did saksdal? Yeah. Okay, no, he's doing.
Nah, he can still do swinging. So
I thought he had already done swinging. I thought he had fallen off going for tricky triangles.
Yeah, super good TC100 from Xein. Wow.
So
he's gonna keep that lead, which is, in my opinion, the hardest star. I don't know if that's even debatable, but TC100 is insane. There's so much RNG, and
it's the most technical star for sure.
Ooh, interesting approach on getting these wall kicks.
And Honda has such a high skill curve, right? Like, if you're getting under 110, I think on a 100-point star, I think that's considered, like, generally that's a really solid Honda.
Yeah, that's when you already like save time over doing toxic maze. Is when you when you get a 110.
Yeah, and then beyond that, you can save like 17 seconds. Or something crazy like that, right? You get like, you can get, what's the community, what's the best for that? 53?
50 actually, a 50, mid 50.
Oh, 50. Oh,
by yours truly.
Oh, amazing.
I did a few of really hard strats, but I'm also doing them runs and I think they work out. I think Xein got grabbed around like a 55 maybe. He did a little bit of safer movement as well, but that is still really like super good for a run TDC 100.
Yeah, I think my best Honda star is a 108, and the only strat I don't do is the jump kick on the last on the second last box. So it's like there's such a high technical skill curve. Movement saves like dozens of seconds on the star.
Exactly, and yeah, everything is also quite finicky. You can fall down easily if you mess up a little bit. You don't particularly die, but yeah. Ooh, Xein deciding to go for get hand after messing that up, and also laughing it off a little bit.
Yeah, indeed. Xein seems to be in better spirits than his opponent. His opponent just, I don't know, his mood seems kind of dark. Just a little bit... Oh no! I don't blame him, saksdal. Oh my goodness.
saksdal might have just gotten a little bit of nervous there once he started talking about his appearance on stream.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of appearance shaming coming out from the commentators. Should be ashamed of himself.
Breaking the game, honestly. System
yeah, for sure.
Anymore.
Indeed. Oh my goodness.
So many troubles coming from saksdal now. This TC actually, this TP not treating saksdal very well.
Yeah, honestly, I thought that saksdal would be more frustrated, but I guess maybe he's just kind of resigned because, like has in terms of his mood, like just because we're not seeing any change in his expression, really.
That's true.
But Xein, meanwhile,
already done with TTC now. He's moving the guy fast. That was a good TTC.
For sure.
Still on 51 pace into Buzz in the Sky.
But yeah, Xein be heading here into bits.
Not over yet. Still has to do just as much of a hard stage as TTC and Rambo Ride almost, because you can also die easily everywhere.
Yeah, and I don't think this run is like fully Bowser Throws proof.
It's like triple jumps you have to nail. I wonder if Xein is was watching saksdal when doing this race, but maybe it's gonna go a little bit easier to not risk the death. But we'll see it. We'll see that. Go for a safer triple jump here. Nailing it. That's the part where SM64 community had to see a lot for record places die too.
Yeah,
jump.
It is nice to not worry about pace here.
Exactly. But gonna go for the triple jump walking on the left side. Ledge grab as well, nails it. Ooh. Showing off in the lead and also going for the...
Ooh, got the side flip.
That was
what
so
a god.
close, yeah. I didn't think he was gonna grab that.
Absolute boss plumber.
Only throws left and he's got this. Once again though, it's not over for saksdal if Xein finishes now. He can still grab some points. Down. If he's in the 5-minute range, they're gonna grab some nice points.
And Xein could always miss about 7 or 8 throws.
And that's the first.
There's one. One down, probably like 9 to go.
On the last throw. Oh, but there we go. You see, you see him popping off, dude. Let's go, Xein.
I feel like if you ever needed proof that the commentators clearly have not watched or know like what happens in these games, it is everything that has happened in this match.
Oh, dude, the pop-up! Oh, that was great. Yeah, GG's to Xein. Didn't stop his timer, but that was like a low mid 51.
Yeah, I think that was a 51.50 or 51.48.
Something around sounds right. Let's see.
Ooh, saksdal, a little struggle bugger here. Can we lock ourselves some points? Are we gonna see the moving left? We are. Nope, we're not.
Nice. Yes, that as well.
Nice and clean.
Yeah, I didn't see what the final time exactly was either. Might have to go back to that.
Good RNG
It's like around a 51-40 something.
Oh, 51.42. All right.
Alright.
Probably gonna want to verify that Xein might be padding his numbers a little bit.
Might just want to be like 1 second faster, so he gets
trying to siphon some points off his opponent.
Not even one more point when he's 1 second faster.
saksdal missing a throw here. Looks like having a pretty much an identical bits to his opponent. Oh no, missing another throw.
Another throw. And the rage pause coming in. Yeah, at this point you just wanna give up and finally finish this, I feel like. If you already see that your opponent finished and then you can't land the throws, no!
Yeah, this angle is really bad if you're someone who spins counterclockwise, in my opinion. Generally you want the spike ball to be to your left. Ooh, this is a much better angle. But like, I think it's a 3-minute margin for getting points, so saksdal should stay in there.
No, it's actually a 5-minute margin, so he's still got some time, but yet you want to grab as many points as you want, of course. So
Yeah, for sure.
go
definitely want to keep going. There it is.
GG.
Nice.
Gotta grab a low 54 here. Not bad.
For sure.
There's a lot of stuff going on in this race. Again, as this was pre-recorded, we're not gonna have interviews, so yeah, that's it for this race. There's gonna be more action coming right up. We got JMO versus P.
JMO versus P coming up.
That's it for me, but you know, this fine gentleman, Fantastic, is gonna stay for more commentary, so stick around for that.
Thank you for joining me, D. It's a pleasure as always.
That was very fun. That was a good race as well. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. And see you on the next race then. Well, not me, but Fantastic then.
Alright, peace out, dudes. Be right back.
Bye-bye.